Thank you, Jackie, for your inspiring call to action. So, Jackie, you may not know this, but the unofficial motto of Chicago is "Make no small plans." I think we can say that you, by virtue of your aspirations and your leadership, you are a Chicagoan at heart. And nothing makes me happier than hearing that Jackie's ready to bring room to Chicago. We've been talking about this for a little while, and the time is right. So we're very excited about that as well. Good afternoon. I'm Diana Rauner, the president of the Ounce. And it's my honor to stand here on behalf of my partners, my colleagues, my predecessors, and say, we in early childhood, we have bold plans. You have heard from Jackie about the essential importance of early experiences. I think the science is quite clear. We don't need to go through it again. But we do know that the big challenge in front of us is not what we need to do. It's how are we possibly going to get it done. We know that children who don't have high-quality learning experiences enter kindergarten 2 years behind their advantaged peers, and they never catch up. We know that children who have high-quality early learning experiences are far less likely to have diabetes, stroke, to suffer from substance abuse, and are far more likely to lead healthy lifestyles. And so our failure to support the development of all children has huge social and economic costs. This is an urgent challenge. We're facing a worldwide economy that places greater and greater demands on talent, and we cannot possibly afford to let the 6 million children in poverty not be part of that economy. So how can we do this? How do we help parents provide the stability, encouragement, and support their children need? How do we take our high-quality programs to scale? How do we make sure that every place a child spends her day is a high-quality learning environment? What will it take to change the trajectories of 6 million children? So we have to have bold plans. Our country's future depends on it. So many of you who are here today know us well. You know that the Ounce has been driving change in this field for over 30 years. You may not know that we started both on the south side of Chicago and in the southern 7 counties of Illinois. And since then, we have built really nationally recognized expertise in high-quality programs, in professional development, policy, advocacy, and data-driven practices. We've partnered with leaders here in Illinois and across the nation in pursuit of one constant mission. All children, regardless of income, should have access to high-quality learning environments beginning at birth. And through our work together, we have made tremendous strides. In the past 7 years, we've seen federal funding for early childhood increase by $7 billion through investments in Head Start and Early Head Start, home visiting, and state early learning systems. Yes, I think that's worthy of a clap. Let's do that. And the Ounce has been at the forefront of making sure that those dollars are invested wisely and well. Here in Illinois, we've begun to create a robust quality improvement effort that will allow early childhood programs across the state to improve their leadership, their practice, and the data systems to measure their effects. And we've been able to build on our strong state infrastructure to expand voluntary prenatal and perinatal home visiting programs in our neediest communities, setting the stage for what I hope will soon be a state where every baby born in Illinois has at least one home visit. Thousands more babies and toddlers have access to high-quality programs, and that is wonderful. But let's remember this sobering fact. Every year in Illinois, more than 150,000 babies are born, and more than half of those babies are Medicaid births. That's right, more than half of those babies. Illinois is not alone in that, but that just gives you a sense of how much we have to do. So when we talk about change in adult behavior, adult attitudes, adult knowledge. As Vroom so clearly shows us, children are learning and growing constantly and naturally, but we adults, sometimes we need a little help. And so we partner with parents, giving them the confidence and supports to become leaders and advocates for their children. We work with teachers to understand them, to help them understand how to follow their students' lead, to encourage creativity, curiosity, and confidence. And we work with school leaders to help see themselves as instructional leaders, champions of ambitious instruction and continuous quality improvement. And we work with policymakers to help them understand the importance of high-quality learning environments and the funding and systems that support them. Increasingly, we are finding ways through online learning, leadership training programs, new tools, and job aids to reach far more early childhood professionals and through them impact exponentially more children and families. We have our eyes firmly set on those 6 million children living in poverty, and we aim to drive change in this generation. This growth doesn't happen overnight. It's built on decades of deep work in communities, continuously evaluating and refining our approaches. It's built on true public-private partnership with many of you here. It's built on trusting and constant partnership with our funding and operating partners. And it's built on the loyal contributions of you, our donors. As well, it's built on the extraordinary staff and leadership of the Ounce, our board, unparalleled in its passion and commitment, that has brought so many of you here today. Our nationally and internationally recognized experts in teaching and learning, family engagement, research, and policy, the wise teachers, home visitors, training specialists, and coaches who make program excellence real every day, the brilliant policy and research teams who connect the experience of a 2-year-old to the vision of the White House. The people who make up the Ounce are changing the world every day. And I'd like to take a minute to acknowledge one particular Ounce leader, actually our longest serving employee, and one whose leadership has literally shaped this organization. Portia Kennel, who has held every program title available in her 31 years at the Ounce. Portia will be retiring at the end of this year. Portia has defined the Ounce vision for program excellence, the courage to hold ourselves accountable, and the power of relationships in all aspects of our work. She has mentored so many of us and touched the lives of thousands of children and families who will never know her name. Please join me in saluting Portia. But our bold plans depend on all of you. There are so many champions of early childhood in the room today, public and private leaders whose commitment to our youngest citizens has made Illinois a leading state in providing high-quality early learning programs. We are so grateful for the tremendous bipartisan public and private support that has made early learning in our state so strong. And I'd like to thank all of you who have come today to support the Ounce and its work. Our bold plans are only as good as our capacity to execute them. Private support allows us to innovate, to evaluate, to communicate, to advocate. Private dollars leverage public funds to coach more teachers, mentor more parents, and support more leaders. If you are new to early childhood, welcome aboard. There is still much to be done. We welcome the chance to share our work with you, bring you to visit our school, Educare, join our advocacy group, and invest in the ounce. Please take a card from your table and sign up with us. We will be grateful for your investment and confident you will see its return in the success of our nation's children. I'd like once again to thank Jackie Bezos, our wonderful speaker. Our co-chairs, Trish and Glenn Tullman, for their general support. Our many sponsors and host committee, and all of you for joining us today. Together, we can inspire minds and change lives. Thank you, and good day.